up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, and welcome everybody to the team preview for Week 4 of the Eon World Tournament, where we are going to be versing Frosted and the Copenhagen Sawsbucks. I definitely said that wrong, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. I'm very excited for this battle, especially after the first two battles. I need to get my redemption arc, but I think this is going to be a great start to our redemption arc, hopefully, because I've got a great team. I think I've got a very good chance of winning this battle. Hopefully, we actually do good, so I'm very excited. Let's see here. Before we get into the video, I'm going to go ahead and go over my team, go over her team as well, before I show you guys what my team is that I have prepped. Just as a reminder, I've got Dragapult, Diggersby, Ferrothorn, Pelipper, Mimikyu, Galvantula, Quillfish, Macharna, Graploct, and Beartic. The only Pokemon, or some of these have not been updated yet. Actually, no, I think they have been updated. Never mind. I'm an idiot. We have the Pokemon that we've brought every single battle is Dragapult, Ferrothorn, Pelipper, Mimikyu, and Quillfish. And Macharna and Galvantula have both been brought once, and we have not brought any other Pokemon yet. Next up on the opposing side, we have got Dragapult, Obstagoon, Rotom-Heat, Ninetales, Alolan form, Bronzong, Vaporeon, Stunfisk, Vileplume, Clefairy, and Girder. A very threatening team to be sure, especially with Dragapult in particular. She has brought Dragapult and Obstagoon both times, and Vaporeon both times, and Girder both times, at least as of the time of this recording. I have not seen Week 3 yet. I don't know if she's done Week 3. You will see. We will wait and see, because I'm not too sure. Because, for those of you who don't know, I've yet to do my Week 1 battle, so that's why mine are all, like, twice. I brought them every single time. So that's why that's the thing. Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. Here is the rankings of the teams currently. Because of the Philadelphia Absol's win, so far, the Nuzleafs might take over that, depending on if they win or lose. They are currently at number 1, and we are bumped down to number 11, so that's fun! So yeah, it's definitely looking grim. We have to really improve our game starting this week, otherwise we won't have a shot at playoffs at all. Again, it's definitely possible. I can definitely see us improving, and some of these results have not been updated yet, so do keep that in mind. We do have 5 battles, which is an advantage over everybody else except for the Sacramento Nidoking, who was the other coach that replaced the team, which we will actually be battling each other Week 8. So, the two of us have battles we have not done yet for Week 1, whereas everybody else has for the most part. So, there's definitely a possibility, as long as partially luck to my opponents, or bad luck to the opponents, good luck for us, basically. That's what it comes down to. So, it's definitely looking grim, but we do have a shot. So, yeah, now let's go ahead and go over our team real fast. Except, there we go. Oh my gosh, I might have to cut that part or something like that. I'll figure something out. But yeah, it's a very interesting team. As you can see, I've got room service instead of the choice scarf. And you guys know what room service does. It's an item for Trick Room. We are bringing a Trick Room team this week. Not a rain team, but a Trick Room team. I'm so daggum excited about it. So first up on the team, we got Mr. Vish, the Dragapult, with the room service. I might change that to Iron Ball, just because that does better, and also it's a more guarantee in Trick Room, so I might do that. He's got the moves Fishious Rend, Psychic Fangs, Crunch, and Ice Fang. Just give me a second, actually, to pull up the team on my notepad, so that way I can kind of see what's going on. So Fishious Rend obviously hits everything super hard as long as we move first, and we don't have the Scarf or Band, so we'll be able to, in Trick Room, we'll be able to outspeed everything, including the Stunfisk, which is the slowest thing on our team. So with this particular set. So hopefully, and again, I might change that to Iron Ball and give somebody else the room service, or give that other, or just have 2 Pokemon with Iron Ball. We'll see. I'll think about it. Fishious Rend hits everything. Psychic Fangs hits the Vileplume hard. It hits the Girder hard. That's the main reason for that. Crunch hits the Dragapult super hard, and the Bronzong super hard. And Ice Fang also hits the Stunfisk super hard. I might change that depending on how I feel. Most likely not. So, this is a max attack set with a Brave Nature, which lowers speed. Defense is 100, special defense is 156. Just as a heads up, all Pokemon on this team have a minus speed nature, as well as 0 speed investment in EVs and IVs. So, they're the slowest they can be. The 100 defense, I believe, takes a hit from Obstagoon relatively well. And the special defense, actually, this thing can actually eat up an Alolan Ninetales freeze dry fairly well, which I feel very certain is coming. If I had to predict, I'd say very good predictions would be Dragapult's coming, Ninetales Alolan's coming, Obstagoon, I think is a very good chance of coming. Rotom-Heat has a very good chance of coming, I think. Maybe Scarfed, I'd imagine, to outspeed Mr. Vish, possibly, I don't know. Vaporeon definitely has a very good chance of coming because of Water Absorb, so I can't spam Fishious Rend. And one of the Eviolite users could come, like I have listed here Clefairy. I meant to take these off. I'll go ahead and do that real fast. Or Girder. She could bring Girder as well. Both are very possible options. So it'll be interesting to see. Of course, I prefer if she brings the first 4 because those are the fastest things on her team. Everything else is relatively slow. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. She's for sure at least going to bring one of those Pokemon, one of those 4, so that'll be nice. But yeah, this is the Mon, and I'm going to change up Room Service for Iron Ball just to guarantee outspeed things like the Stunfisk every single time in a Trick Room. So, next up on the team, we have got Dolly, the Mimikyu, holding the Iron Ball. We've got the moves Play Rough, Swords Dance, Trick Room, and Shadow Sneak. This is one of our 2 Trick Room setters. Max attack, 140 defense, and 116 special defense. The max attack just deals as much damage as possible. The defense, I believe, takes a knockoff from Obstagoon. I'm pretty sure I cannot remember exactly what that's prepped for, but the Obstagoon is a huge threat. So being able to take a hit from that is extremely important. Play Rough does a crap ton of damage to anything weak to Fairy, and just does a crap ton of damage in general. Swords Dance to set up attack even more. Trick Room, obvious reasons, and Shadow Sneak just to have A, priority, B, another good move to hit things like Dragapult, Rotom-Heat, and Bronzong, which Play Rough does not do. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Mimikyu set. Next up is the debut of Box Boy, the Grapplot. This thing I am very, very excited about using. It has the Technician ability, which powers up moves that are a base 60 power or less, and he's holding the Life Orb. 96 attack, max HP, 16 defense, and 100 in special defense with the Sassy Nature, which ups special defense, lower speed. He's got the moves Octolock, Power Up Punch, Drain Punch, and Ice Punch. This is one of our Vaporeon centers, since Vaporeon's one of the scariest things on the team. If he poisons me, that's going to be an issue, but for those of you who don't know what Octolock does, as you can see here in the description, traps target, lowers defense and special defense by 1 each turn. Such a good move to stall out Pokemon that have stalling capabilities, like Bronzong and Vaporeon, both of those. And I also gave it a bunch of special defense stats because to take hits easier from things like Vaporeon and Bronzong. Maybe even the Alolan Ninetales, because I really think Alolan Ninetales is coming with Freeze Dry, Moonblast, and Aurora Veil at the very least, because that does work against my team. Or maybe she won't bring it. Maybe she won't try to fight Rain. So that'll be interesting to see. Power Up Punch is a base 40 move, so it'll be powered up by Technician, and it raises attack up each time I use it, so that's going to be very useful. Drain Punch recovers HP back, especially with the Life Orb and the Octolock lowering defenses. It's going to be deadly. And Ice Punch hits things super hard that normally takes fighting moves really well, such as the Dragapult and the Stunfisk and the Vileplume. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this set. This is a very good set to bring versus the Eviolite users, such as both Clefairy and Girder. This thing just does work against pretty much everything. I'm very excited about it. Do I think it's a perfect set? Probably not, but especially with Alolan Ninetales being on the field, being able to set up screens, that could be an issue. But I'm really excited to use this thing. I think it's going to be very useful on this team, and yeah, that's pretty much that thing. Next up on the team is our other Trick Room setter, being Dreamer the Musharna. I spelled it right this time. He's got the leftovers with Synchronized ability. The other 2 he gets are 4-1 and Telepathy, and those aren't very useful in this type of format. He's got the moves Moonblast, Calm Mind, Trick Room, and Stored Power. So this is gonna be a fun set. Max HP, max defense again, and a little bit of bulk special defense, same as week 1. As well as boosting defensive nature. I'm going to change that minus attack to a minus speed. Actually, I'll do that later on. Moonblast hits Obstagoon. That's literally the only reason I have it. So that way this thing isn't walled by Obstagoon. Although most likely I'll have to switch out Dreamer from Obstagoon, because Obstagoon still takes a huge chunk of it using knockoff. It takes it down really an alarmingly big amount, and that makes me really nervous. Calm Mind is to set up special defenses, since I don't have a very much special defense, and also to set up attack. I don't really need to put much investment in attack, because it just does a crap ton for me once I set up Calm Minds, especially since most of her team is full of special users. Out of all of the Pokemon, only 3 of them can be fairly viable physical attackers. Bronzong can be a physical attacker, but kind of, it's not meant to be an attacker anyways. Dragapult, Obstagoon, and Girder are all very much physical attackers. Everything else on this team is typically run as a special attack, as a special attacker, so setting up Calm Minds is going to be really useful. Trick Room is there. Again, Trick Room, very viable strat. The most viable strat right now for us. Stored Power. So Stored Power, I figured would be fun to run instead of Psychic or something like that, because I set up Calm Minds. Stored Power is going to do a crap ton of things. There is a chance I might change that to Psychic if I deem it kind of necessary. There's a good chance I might do that and keep Calm Mind, or change Calm Mind to Moonlight. I could do that. I'm going to definitely think about it, because, again, I'm not running Rain this week, so Moonlight's much more viable than, like, week 1 when I did run Rain. So, I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it. But that's the set I have right now. Next up on the team is Spike the Ferrothorn, holding the leftovers with the Iron Barbs ability, as always, with the moves Gyro Ball, Knockoff, Power Whip, and Swords Dance. Originally, I had Leech Seed on this thing, but I switched out for Power Whip because I realized there are a lot of Pokemon on this team that can wall Ferrothorn. Or her team, their team, wall, I'm digging myself into a hole here, never mind! There's a lot of things that can wall Spike, even if I set up to a +2 attack with Swords Dance, so I decided to change things off for Power Whip. I might even change Swords Dance off and replace it with something else. This is a max attacking, max defense Ferrothorn with Brave Nature, which ups attack, lower speed. Gyro Ball does a crap ton, especially since most of these mons are A, faster, B, this Pokemon's going to be a lot slower than usual. So that's why I'm running Gyro Ball. Knockoff is a very good for just knocking off items like leftovers on stalling Pokemon like Vaporeon. Power Whip is for Vaporeon and Stunfisk. And, yeah. Knockoff can also be useful against the Eviolite users like Girder and Clefairy. I can knock off the item on Girder and then switch out. We can take a hit from the Girder. So, if he goes for Drain Punch, we can take a hit easily. Clefairy could have a fire move, which if it does, then that might suck. I'll have to look that up, actually, if Clefairy can knock me out with a Fire Blast or something. There's a very good chance it could. But anyways, that is Spike the Ferrothorn for you. Hopefully, you will be able to actually use it this time and not psych it off turn 1. That would be nice. Last up on the team, we have got Sleuth the Beartic, also making his debut. With the moves Brick Break, Heavy Slam, Icicle Crash, and Stone Edge, holding the Assault Vest with Swift Swim. I would have run Snow Cloak, but I'm pretty sure evasion boosting abilities are not allowed. I'll have to double check that. If it is allowed, I'll use Snow Cloak. If not, then I'll use this. 72 in HP, max attack, 28 in defense, and 156 in special defense. I can't remember what 28 defense is for. Obstagoon kills it, so it's not for Obstagoon. I think it's for the Dragapult or the Girder. It's one of the two. I can't remember exactly which one. Brick Break is for Obstagoon. In case I need to send this thing out against Obstagoon, Brick Break is going to kill it, pretty much, unless it's defensive bulky boy. But I don't think it will be. Maybe. We'll see. Heavy Slam is for the Alolan Ninetales. Not only can this thing take hits from Alolan Ninetales for days, it knocks it out even if it has Aurora Veil up. So this thing is a guaranteed kill versus the Alolan Ninetales, which is very nice. Icicle Crash is for stab and also hitting the Dragapult, Stunfisk, and Vileplume super hard. And Stone Edge is specifically for Rotom-Heat because I don't want Rotom-Heat to wall me. I was originally running things like Aqua Jet on this thing, but I kind of realized that there were other moves that kind of, were more well-rounded versus this team. So there are a lot of things on her team that can wall my Pokemon. Ferrothorn in particular is kind of a risky set because there are a lot of things that can wall it, such as Obstagoon can wall it fairly well, Bronzong walls it really well, all the Slowmons wall it pretty decently. It takes a lot from knockoff, Bronzong does, and Power Whip does a lot to Vaporeon and Stunfisk, but things like the Vileplume and the Eviolite users, it's not going to do much. So there's definitely a lot of things I have to keep in mind for the Spike in particular. Spike's definitely the most riskiest set, in my opinion, I think. Spike has the least likely chance of making it out of this battle alive, in my personal opinion. Hopefully, though, we're able to pull something off. I'm very excited about the Grapple Lock set in particular. I think it's going to be very good. I'm very excited to use it. hopefully this team can put us back in action. Hopefully it can put us back on the leaderboards. I'm hoping for great results in this battle. Again, the results of this battle could make or break our run. If we lose badly, then we're most likely not going to make it to playoffs. So we have to perform extremely well in this fight in order to have a chance at playoffs, as well as pretty much every fight afterwards. We're going to really need to step up our game. So, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the IBA team preview, which is going up some point today as well. I don't know if it was before or after. Link will be up there whenever it goes up. Let's see here. Battle will be on Sunday. IBA battle will be on Saturday. Be looking forward to those. We are going to be battling Kyogre Kawaii in week 1. So, on Saturday. And then, again, we're going to be battling Frosted on Sunday. So, I'm very excited. She's a very talented opponent. And, yeah. I think that'll be it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you dudes in the next video. Peace out, mates!